Island Volunteer Caregivers, the IVC, assists the elderly, the disabled, and those temporarily in need. We link those who need help with volunteers who can help. IVC volunteers take people to medical appointments, provide respite for caregivers, offer grief support, brighten lives with flowers, and more. We hope in the next few minutes you'll see how these connections can change lives.
I've worked in home care in hospice for many years, and I've seen firsthand how important it is for people to be able to have the support they need to age in their own home, whether they're elderly, whether they're younger, just being able to stay in their own community and feel supported and engaged. And I love the mission of IVC. That we have this incredible group of volunteers, over 150 right now, who do this because they want to do it.
Well, it had been in my mind to volunteer for a while. Robin's a good friend of mine, and I had the time and the space to do it, and some skills of caretaking, and eventually I just heard this little voice that said, call. It became more than helping you do your day-to-day stuff. You and I became friends, and suddenly shopping trips turned into 4-hour extravaganzas and coffee dates, and you've helped me, I feel like, more than I've helped you, truly.
I like the idea that I can be of value to other people. I like to help someone who needs a little help. Everyone's going to need a little help somewhere along the way. And I like to be part of this community.
Disability and aging, it can be so isolating. And with the IVC, the volunteers really make sure to work with you and get you out of the house. It's so much more than just a ride. I have made such beautiful friendships with the caregivers, with Ray. Really, I could close the door of my apartment and I'd be just sitting in my apartment all the time. Getting out really helps you feel human again.
Well, the first time I met Natalie, I never expected that we would have such a strong friendship.
I love working with the volunteers who come to us because they think they have a lot to offer, which they do. But the surprising thing is how much they get out of it. They come knowing that they're going to provide a service like transportation to someone who can't get there on their own. And yet it's amazing what can happen in a 10-minute drive from somebody's home down to the senior center. Connections are made that people have no idea are going to happen. The thing that's so wonderful about volunteering at IVC is that we don't have a weekly timesheet that somebody has to put in. We have it so that it is truly when you're able to. Every morning I put out an email to our 165 volunteers. In that email I have a request for the coming week. Then the volunteer opens up that email, looks down the list, sees something that they can do with their time, calls me, and the match is made. It really is a no guilt if you can't do it, and it's incredibly fulfilling when you can.
Well, and if I hadn't taken the step to call and say, I want to help or I want to volunteer, I would have never, we wouldn't have this, because I knew you from church, or I knew of you, but we didn't, talk beyond an acquaintance level. And well, we've shared a lot and come to find out how much we have in common and what we've been through. And it's, you've just helped me immeasurably.
It would probably be impossible for me to live there alone without somebody to drive me around, because of the health crisis. I needed to, give the keys of my car to my daughter, which it wasn't easy, and be dependent somewhere. And that's who the IVC volunteers are. They're friends and drivers. That's what I call them. And I just love it when they pull up and one of my neighbors might be in the window or in the lobby, and I say, oops, there's my driver. Gotta go, there's my driver. And she looks at me, like, how could that be? And for the community, for me, to know that I live in a community where there's a service for all of us.
IVC's Flowers from the Heart program is a way the whole community can get involved. People grow and donate flowers. Volunteers arrange and deliver them. The Flowers from the Heart program has introduced both volunteers and care receivers to island volunteer caregivers. Over 200 bouquets are delivered during the summer season every year, and each arrangement sends the message that the community cares to people in nursing care, at home, celebrating a birthday.
Flowers mean love and caring, supporting people who need a lift. It's always a surprise because they do not know ahead of time that they're receiving flowers.
So somebody told us it was your birthday.
This is from Flowers from the Heart,
Yes.
IVC.
Flowers from the Heart, part of what makes IVC a unique community treasure.
My really good friend lives in Connecticut, and he too has a progressive MS. And he has lots of doctor's appointments, and nobody in his area offers something like the IVC. So his doctor appointments, and he'll have to pay $65 to get to a doctor by cab. And it's so beautiful that there are these people volunteering to give you a ride to your doctor and wait for you in the waiting room, and it's just beautiful.
We are simply the stewards of what you make possible. We carry out the mission for you, but we can't do it without the support of all our amazing donors, our volunteers, our board, this whole community, the businesses that support us. It's just absolutely amazing how everyone comes together for this and for the people that we are serving. So thank you so much.